Hello everyone, today we have another budget Premodern deck, Mono Black Contamination. And if you want to play Premodern without spending a lot of money, this deck has a fantastic price tag effectiveness ratio. This is a deck that is trying to lock down your opponent using an angle of attack that is forgotten in nowadays MTG. That is mana denial, and that was a big thing in the silver era of MTG, Premodern. So theoretically, this is another control deck, if you wish to classify it as such, but I look at it as somewhat of a combo deck. I'm going to explain how the deck works, so that it's going to be easy to understand why certain cards are mandatory, full play sets in most cases. Then we have some flexible slots. So the namesake card, Contamination, is the card that makes the deck. When Contamination is in play, lands produce black mana instead of their usual mana. So this enchantment is going to single-handedly shut down so many decks. And in order to keep this enchantment in play, you have to sacrifice a creature in your upkeep. If you can't, you have to sacrifice Contamination and your deck becomes very bad. So the deck really needs a creature that comes back to play every turn automatically. Luckily, such creature exists, Nether Spirit. If Nether Spirit is the only creature in your graveyard, you may return it to play. So you need some engines to put it in your graveyard. This way you can cast Contamination and maintain it. So we have some other needs. First of all, we need some ways for discarding Nether Spirit. So Cabal Therapy is the first card that comes to mind. It's going to deal with counter magic, your opponent's strategy, and cards like Disenchant or Seal of Cleansing. Duress is another playset you have to include, but it's not going to discard Nether Spirit. So Zombie Infestation is another mandatory card, a way for generating blockers and obviously a win condition. Sickening Dreams is another card with double purpose, clean the board, which helps a lot against tribal decks like goblins and elves. So as you can see, there are some similarities with Reanimator decks, many mutual cards. Powder Keg is a versatile mass removal that is going to remove nightmare cards like Mox Diamond, Graveyard Hate like Tormod Script, Phyrexian Furnace. One thing you need to avoid at all costs is to have 2 Nether Spirit in your graveyard. So some lists use Maindeck Phyrexian Furnace, and it's going to interact with your opponent as well. This is relevant in case you have to use Cabal Therapy on yourself and you have multiple copies of Nether Spirit in your hand. Anyway, Skeletal Scrying is going to solve this problem as well. Then the flexible slots, and there are so many cards. Let's start with the draw tutor effects. Diabolic Intent, enabled by Zombie Infestation or simply Nether Spirit. You search your deck for Contamination, very nice. Then Skeletal Scrying and Phyrexian Arena are classic draw effects. Then removals. Innocent Blood is the best one, very cheap. It's going to remove all kinds of creatures, big, small, artifacts, protected from black, Hexproof, what have you. And it's going to send your Nether Spirit to the graveyard as well. A spectacular card in this deck. Smother is another appreciated removal spell. Some players use Contagion, 0 mana cost, hits 2 targets. Some have Snuff Out, some have Spinning Darkness, other ones run Maindeck Engineered Plug, but I think Sickening Dreams is better for the main deck. Some players use Smokestack, and so many of these removals are used in the sideboard indeed. Finally, the lands. Rishadan Port and Wasteland are very common full play sets for mana denial. Dust Bowl is a bit slow, but it's possible. Mishra's Factory, then 12 to 14 Swamp. All in all, this deck is well positioned against tier 1 decks. Then sideboard cards. Lurking Scourge is very common, great against survival decks, combo decks. Cursed Totem and Graveyard Hate like Phyrexian Furnace, Ebony Charm, Haunting Echoes are meant to come in against combo decks as well. Null Rod, definitely a good option, even though admittedly more expensive. Perish, Dystopian Gloom are clearly boarded in against green and white decks. Aforementioned removals, Engineered Blog, Diabolic Edict, Snuff Out, Powder Keg, Spin in Darkness, Life Gain, Rejuvenation Chamber. So these are cards that come in against aggressive decks. My final 75 cards are 4 Nether Spirit, 4 Contamination, 4 Zombie Infestation, 4 Cabal Therapy, 4 Duress, 3 Powder Keg, 2 Phyrexian Furnace, 2 Skeletal Scrying, 1 Smother, 4 Innocent Blood, 2 Sickening Dreams, 1 Diabolic Intent, 4 Mishra's Factory, 4 Rishadan Port, 4 Wasteland, 13 Swamp, Sideboard, 4 Lurking Scourge, 3 Engineered Plug, 3 Dystopia, 2 Spinning Darkness, 2 Null Rod or Cursed Totem, and 1 Diabolic Edict. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching and see you the next time.